Hey everyone, time for another Florida video. So in this one we are going back out fishing a little bit, but mainly shelling. And I wanted to show these two just so you can understand why I keep getting so discouraged by the fact that I wasn't finding any big ones, because both of these are shells that I found at that spot. Unfortunately it's broken on this side, but this is a giant Atlantic muriatic, and this is one of about 12 or 13 that we found this size in that area, lightning whelk. The other ones are all in my display case. I don't feel like digging them out at the moment, but yeah, so there are some very great shells to be found there. Dolphin knows that we're catching fish, and he is just hanging out right by the boat. That is really weird to get used to. I mean, you look around, it looks like we should be in such deep water, and then, like, you know, there's a bird not even, like, waist deep in water standing over there, out in the middle of it. Flats are cool. Right at the last second. Okay, this is why I get irritated about the puffers. It is ridiculous. Well, at least I can put a new lure on. Ooh! Good one.
I got one too.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, mine must fall.
Ooh! Come on. There we go. Grab them with the grabbers. This is a knot holder. There we go. Oh gosh. Open your mouth. Or close it tighter. There we go. Open your mouth. You know what, I'm going to do pliers instead of sticking my hand inside the fish's mouth.
Oh, that's a good one. Yay, happy!
There we go. Nice. They are really pretty fish. Very pretty fish. So it's at this point of the video that I have to apologize yet again, because my camera died while we were shelling, so I didn't actually get any footage of actually, you know, shelling. But I do go through all of my shells at the end like I did last time, so at least you get to see them all. I figured it would be fitting to show this beauty right here, which is a fossilized sand dollar that I polished. And no, we don't actually find any sand dollars, but hey, I figured it fit the application. Anyway, back to the video. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to do any shelling after I said that in the last video, but as you can clearly see, yes, I did get to do more shelling. I'll go through all these in another clip here soon. There's quite a bit of cool stuff in here, including my very first completely intact angel wing and my very first crucifix shell, which is actually the skull of a hardhead catfish. Alright, I'm going to start laying all these out again, just like I did the last time. And yeah. Well, here's what we wound up with on this second, or I guess I should say third and fourth outing. Pretty good haul. Especially when I lay everything from the other half out and add to it probably double this pile. Moving closer up, we've got more pen shells, a bunch of these, which are actually one of my favorite shells. I forgot the name in the last video and remembered the moment I stopped recording. These are broad-ribbed carditas. A bunch of paper figs, pear whelks, and channeled whelks. A few lightning whelks, and of course I found my big one, and he is coated in barnacles, so I'll have fun freeing him. That's for sure. Some nice tulips, little, but they have really good color. A bunch of king's crowns that are going to look great after the acid bath. My micro shells, as always. A bunch of bubbles. Some either rose muriatic or mauve mouth drills. A little horseshoe crab. We found 3 more big ones too, so I'll have to lay those out to show you. And not only did I find my first ever angel wing, I found 2. So I was pretty excited about that. On top of that, I found my first ever crucifix shell also. And again, on top of that, I found 2. These are actually the skull from a hardhead catfish. I love this one. If you look on the back, it has all this crazy texture from the osteoderms. Osteoderms are just bone modified spikes basically, so yeah, it is cool. Something I didn't think I'd ever find. Just beachcombing. It's a stingray barb. A pretty big one too. I don't have little hands, so that should give you a good example of how massive this thing is. Stone crab claw, because why not? I know the name of these, but cannot remember for the life of me off the top of my head. I'll have to look it up and include it, but again, I've never found one before. Itty bitty baby razor shell. These are awesome. These are actually lightning whelk egg cases. Got 1 big one and 2 little ones. So that's pretty awesome. A fairly weathered moon shell or shark's eye. I'm not sure which of the 2 this one is. Let's see. A couple slipper shells. A few jingle shells, some barnacle clusters, my first ever limpets. I found 3, and I believe these are keyhole limpets. Some worm shells, which are really cool actually. Some fairly nice cockles, pile of oysters, quahog right there, some of those little mussels, and then all of these broken up ones are going to get strewn throughout the rock gardens. So yeah, here I'll add everything else to the pile and grab out the horseshoe crabs and show you those. Oh, and almost forgot, possibly the weirdest thing I've ever found while beachcombing. A deer antler shed. I was a little shocked by that one. A little bit strange. Alrighty, well, here's everything other than the horseshoe crabs. I'll have to go grab those and lay them out in just a second. I'd say we did fairly well. I seriously cannot believe how many of some of these we got. Very excited. That is still so weird. I don't care who you are, that's weird. A giant pile of those is gonna be awesome. Alright, I'll go grab the horseshoe crabs. Also, I just realized that I almost forgot to mention this itty bitty baby little horse conch. Could not let him go unnoticed. Ridiculous. Finally find my second horse conch, and it is itty bitty. And here's the horseshoe crabs. Some of them are in great condition, others not so much. I was super excited about these ones though. Very, very excited. All but two still have their tails, which is awesome. Alright, so here's one of the mussels I kept talking about being so excited about, and the ones that I use all the time. And here's what they look like once you polish them up. All this pearl is just right underneath that husk layer. Kind of see a little bit of the same in here, but they are really easy to work with and look fantastic. I know not everyone who watches these videos has seen it, but I also made a video on how to make these. Little pearl dolphin carved from one of these. And they are just really fun and easy to make and look fantastic. Well, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. As always, links to my Instagram and Facebook are in the description. Go ahead and leave a like if you think I deserved it, and subscribe if you want to see more very random rock, fossil, and shell content. As far as Florida video goes, there are 2 more, I believe, so keep your eyes out for those ones.